What's up? What's up? What's up? It's that time again, and we on the way to the top. It might not look like it, but we on the way to the top, ladies and gentlemen. I am DC Wolf. This is Nick Frazier from the Water Cooler Talk podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central. I got it right, Nick.
Yo.
All right, man. Let's do this. Let's do it. Tune into Auburn ADDICTS-TV, and we are going via the Water Cooler Talk podcast for broadcasting there too, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Water Cooler Talk podcast?
Yes. It is.
Hey, man, let's get into it. Everybody come in, file in, wipe your feet off at the door. Wait, don't put your feet on my couch. What's up, Jonathan Carr? What's up, yo? We in here, Jonathan Carr. Win, lose, or draw, man. We here because we Auburn fans, man. Auburn people, baby. No matter what y'all think, man, I think Auburn is on their way to the top, man. Sometimes you have pitfalls, your engine blow out, you blow out tires, man, but you keep going, Nick.
Yeah.
If you want to go to the top, Nick, you gotta keep going, man. I heard Jordan got kicked off. I heard Jordan didn't make his basketball team at one time, man.
Yeah, and
what if he would have stopped, Nick?
In high school.
Yeah, in high school. But what if he would have stopped? We wouldn't have number 23, man.
You got a point.
You gotta keep going, man. Even though it look bad sometimes, gotta keep going, baby.
Yeah, man.
It is what it is. Today, man, we're not gonna necessarily dig and just keep hammering something, bad. We're gonna start out with things we can do to turn this thing around, man. We ain't gonna sunshine pump, but we're gonna give you some things, man. We wanna bring that to the family, man. We want y'all to come in and talk about what we can do to improve this team. We're gonna do a review too, and then we're gonna do a little Oklahoma preview, man. How about that, Nick?
That sounds good to me, man. That sounds good to me.
Sorry.
What's up? Really good to me, man.
All right. What's up, everybody? What's up, 5 Adam? What's up? 5 Adam is in the house. We got Jonathan Carr in the house. 5 Adam in the house. We got PhD in here, man. She just
shout out to PhD. Shout out to 5 Adam. Shout out to Jonathan Carr. What's up, guys?
PhD is here to just support us, man.
You think so? I was just saying, you think so for real? Let's ask. Are you here to support us, PhD? For real?
What she said. She said, I am back like I always do. She didn't say to support us, but
I think she tried to prey on our downfall. I think
maybe so, man. Maybe so. She in here with my Cowboys, man. She trying to get on the PhD side of me that, defend PhD with this Cowboys stuff, man. Just trying to do. I know these tricks, man.
Boy.
These tricks, man. Oh my God. Update on Deuce, man. I haven't heard anything from this weekend. But last weekend they were talking about drifting. They were talking about maybe him reaffirming to Notre Dame.
Yep.
Eventually.
That's what I'm hearing too.
But after Saturday, Nick, I would be like, bro, I'm coming to Auburn because this.
Nah, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that they said 5-star wide receiver Caleb Williams. His recruitment to Auburn is almost kind of connected with Deuce Knight a little bit, and I think if Deuce Knight were to flip to Auburn, I think Caleb Williams. I think his name. Last name is Williams, I believe. He would probably be Auburn would probably be in that top 2. But after the game, he said that he didn't see what he wanted to see.
Oh, you're talking about I don't know if his name is Caleb Williams.
It's some Cunningham.
Cunningham. He's the
Cunningham.
He was he liked Auburn from Mississippi. And he committed to Alabama. Came in. You know what I'm saying? He said he didn't like what he saw, man.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking Caleb Williams, the quarterback. My bad. I'm thinking of the Bears right now. My bad. Nah, Caleb Cunningham is his name. That's it.
Man, you say he have nothing solid to say, positive to say about our coach. But what about it? You have anything? You ain't gotta say nothing positive, man. That's cool. But we kind of trying to focus on what can Auburn do, what can Auburn fix to turn this thing around and go the other way. That's what I'm saying. And it ain't necessarily got to be this positive, joyful occasion, man. You know what I'm saying? But I was just wondering in myself, and I was asking Nick, man, what does Auburn need to do to fix this thing, man? What do we need to do to turn around? What you got, Nick?
For one, we need better quarterback play, for sure. Okay. From both guys.
Okay.
Hank Brown and Payne Thorne. I have a feeling that this 2 quarterback system may be coming.
No.
I feel the same way. I feel the same way.
Go ahead.
I have a feeling that you may see this 2 quarterback system thing, which I believe would be detrimental. But even though what I told DC before we got on is I really wasn't that much impressed with one of the quarterbacks, I still believe that we should ride with that guy and for the simple fact of this, you already know what it is. We gave Payne Thorne a year in 2 games, really, to see what he can do, and nothing was really much different. You would have flashes of where Payne Thorne looked good, but it wasn't consistent. So I believe that we should just hitch our hat to Hank Brown the rest of the season and see what we get. Let him get the experience of being in the SEC. We'll lose some games, of course. But let him get the experience, and then next season, when we get in the fall camp, let's have a quarterback battle and let's see who wins.
Yeah, I agree.
And maybe go out in the portal and maybe look for a Porter QB at that time. Maybe, I don't know. Or if you feel that if Hank Brown has produced and well enough for the rest of the season, give him the chance to win the starting job at the beginning of the season and just trust what you have in the room. I mean, because you have Walker White there, and apparently you have some quarterbacks that you're eyeing to get into this class. So let Hank Brown ride. Let's ride with Hank Brown and see what happens.
That's right.
Even though I wasn't that much impressed with him in the first half, he made some impressive throws. I will give him that, but I mean, going back and rewatching the first half, literally right before we got on, there was still a lot to be desired.
Okay, now, and we're gonna get into that, man, because I was telling Nick before we got on. He always get me before we get on the show. I was telling him before we got on, man. I'm thinking it's gonna be a somber show, and this dude breaking this stuff about Hank Brown, and I'm like, bro, let me go get my water, because it's gonna be one of them days, man. We finna go back and forth. God help us, okay? Because I have a totally different view on Hank Brown. So we're gonna get to that. But anything else you got on how we can turn it around? Then we're gonna go to the Hank Brown Arkansas stuff.
Yeah. I would say the next thing is if you are gonna go with Hank Brown for the rest of the season, we gotta lean on the run game.
Okay.
You gotta let Jarquez Hunt touch the ball more than what he did in the game. Even though Damari Austin did fumble the ball, he does have a fumble problem. This is not new. He still needs to touch the ball, but I think Jeremiah need to get the ball. Yeah, Cobb. Yeah, he needs to get some touches as well. So we need to utilize all 3 running backs in the running game in order to take a lot of pressure off of Hank Brown throwing the ball. Because I feel like this is my thoughts on Hank Brown. I feel that once he gets some confidence in him, he gets a little cocky. He starts to try to throw balls that in windows that aren't there, or he tries to do something amazing instead of just taking what's given to him sometimes. So that's my thought on that. But we'll see what happens going forward.
Okay, and it's amazing you said that. And before I say mine, I'm gonna catch up the comments, man. Keep my people in the same room. What's up, TJ? What's up, TJ? What's
Shout
up,
out to TJ? Big C, what's going on?
Baby? Jonathan Carr says PhD is here eating Jacks. Oh my god. I don't know if y'all remember that story. Go back.
Y'all remember the story, the Jack story.
Yeah, it's hard, but it's fair, man. We are Auburn fans. We here. You know what I'm saying? The faithful in here, man. It is what it is, man. And 2 quarterback system is nightmare for you. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
PhD say absolutely not having anything from there. I forgot about that story, man.
Yeah, that's
Oh man. Oh man.
God body
He
science.
said, God body science said, let me in, coach. Okay. We'll let you in. Hang on. I said, go ahead with the two. PhD is not here to. She is not here
I
to
told you. I
support us.
told you.
You was right, man. I
Told you.
got tricked, man. It is what it is. Got tricked,
Oh,
man. Got tricked. She pulled up with a 46A on her tag, man, and I got in the car and got tricked, bro. Just that's sad, man. Thank you for rescuing me from being abducted.
Hilarious.
Oh man, as
Hilarious.
a social worker, do not want to refer DC to.
Wow. The mediation because of the QB situation with their team. I was like,
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Keep in mind, this is the start of a Freeze second season. I agree. And try Sam Jackson at QB. Ooh, that's a new thought.
That's actually an interesting thought. To be honest with you, I didn't even think of that. I didn't think of that. I mean, because he's playing wide receiver, I didn't even think of that, to be honest with you.
No, I did think he did bring him in just for emergency cases, just in case we got down to the third quarterback. You know, I thought he was insurance policy, but I don't know. But that is a great one.
That's an interesting situation.
Would y'all rather have Payton Thorne or DJU? They the same person, bro. They the same person. Chili, what's up?
Shout out to Chili. He an LSU fan. They are LSU fans. Shout out to him. But welcome to the pod.
What's up, Chili?
Welcome to the show.
Chili.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, man. Okay.
Frodo IMG. Hey, man. Me and Frodo. Shout out to Frodo IMG. He finally got on to comment.
Okay.
We've been go check out me and him. Actually, me and Frodo got some we kind of hear.
Okay.
This thinking when it comes to this situation that Auburn has, man. But shout out to Frodo, man. Shout out to Frodo, man.
Okay. So Frodo is saying discipline, the penalties, the fumbles, bad decision, no matter which QB, we get more discipline. We're 4-0. Frodo is where I am. And I'm gonna get to that. Frodo is definitely where I am. Ed Darby, what's up, man? Leadership is clearly lacking at Auburn. What is the standard?
I've been saying this since the third game in Hugh Freeze's tenure at Auburn. I've been saying that. What is the philosophy and the standard that Hugh Freeze has for this Auburn program? I don't know. It just don't see it.
I think he wants to return it to greatness, man. But I think, man, we are in a hole that I think the hole is bigger than we really realize. Meaning, like Hugh Freeze said, when he got there, man, he said he didn't think it was worse than what he thought. When he got from looking at it, he said when he got there, it was worse than what he even thought.
I'm gonna say this because I was in an Auburn. All of this, what I'm saying, all this happened within the past hour and a half. I was in an Auburn chat. And one guy, I can't remember his name. One guy said, "We got to stop blaming Brian Harsin for everything that happened." And
I'm not blaming Gus.
No, I know. I feel what you're saying, but but that comment is basically the comment that a lot of people were saying in the chat. Well, you got to understand what he didn't have when he was here. Harsin didn't do. They brought up Harsin. It was like Harsin didn't do any recruiting. Well, yeah, we know that, but now we got to stop blaming Harsin for stuff that happened 2.5 years ago. Almost. So we with Freeze. Freeze said all last year we needed better recruits. We went out and got them. Now you have to develop them. I mean, this team talent-wise, this team is a whole lot better than last year's teams. Maybe not in the secondary, I would say, but everywhere else you can kind of say that it may be an upgrade in talent. Well, the quarterback position as well too. Sure. But it may be an upgrade in talent everywhere else on the roster. But it seems as if we're regressing.
I agree.
So I don't know. It's the notion I kind of felt where he was coming from with that when he said that we gotta stop blaming that on the previous coach, but
okay, this is my only kickback to that, and I'm okay with going forward and say let's not blame the old coach. But if we're saying let's not blame the old coach and go forward, let's act like we know the old coach messed up. See, it's like we kind of want to do both. We kind of want to say let's stop blaming Harsin, but we want to act like Hugh Freeze inherited a 10-win roster. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
what I'm saying is we're gonna say we know what happened, forget it. So let's say, okay, we already know you, we already know what happened. Let's just go forward, and we not gonna treat you like, dude, you ain't been here but only a year. See, we trying to treat Hugh Freeze like he been here 5 years already. That's not fair if we're gonna say forget the Harsin stuff. You feel what I'm saying? It can't be both. We gotta do both. We gotta do, if we're gonna do one, we gotta do the other, if that makes sense, man.
No, I feel I understand exactly where you're coming from, but here's my rebuttal to that. My retort to that is this: even before Harsin got here, the roster was declining.
Absolutely.
Okay? Now, if you compare Harsin's, this is going off in a whole different direction. I'm trying to keep this as short as possible.
Okay.
If you compare Harsin's first season going into November to Hugh Freeze's season, Harsin was 6-2 with a lot less talent than what Hugh Freeze had. So basically, we can say, okay, that's fine. He had,
he had a better quarterback, man. He had a way better.
All right, so we had a better quarterback. Okay,
yeah,
fine.
You can't come on.
He was 6-2. He was still 6-2.
Yeah, but
the talent around Bo Nix was not that great either.
Yeah, but but he had Bo Nix though. You see what I'm saying? If we had Bo Nix on this team, we'll be undefeated.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean,
I think we would have probably lost maybe one game.
Okay, but just say we can split hairs, but I'm just saying we would be in a better place if we had Bo Nix on this team. Is my point. Harsin had inherited a better trigger man. Yeah, maybe the roster wasn't as good, but he did inherit a better trigger man. Okay, I'm gonna catch these up and let's see. He said, okay, we already said that one. He said, how can y'all fix the passing game and why did Hugh abandon the run?
I don't know. I don't know why he abandoned the run in the second half. I don't. I'm still trying to understand that now because rewatching the first half, Hank Brown had 7 completions in the whole first half on 5. I say 5 drives. Because 3 of those drives ended in interceptions. So out of those 3 drives, out of those 5 drives that Auburn had, I think it was 5. We rushed in the first half for 101 yards. We had 101 yards rushing. We ended the game with 146. So I mean, I'm trying to understand why he just really abandoned the run altogether. It just didn't make sense to me, and that's what we were harping on yesterday. Was like, why did you abandon the run game? It was still a close game. It was 7-0. You come back and score, even though they went up and scored. It was and it was up by 3, 17-14. You still had time. Run the ball, control the clock, because even watching Arkansas in the first half, that's kind of what they did. They ran the ball. I mean, even some of the throws that Taylor Green was making, they were catchable balls. But Champ Anthony, he came in and he depleted Armstrong on one of the balls that should have been caught by Armstrong. And then the first throw that Taylor Green made on 2nd and 15, that was a nice throw. He put that right in the pocket for Armstrong to make. But again, Champ Anthony again was there again and took it away. I mean, Champ Anthony, if in this game probably different. Would have probably been a story, but I mean, Taylor Green, Bobby Petrino had a solid game plan for when it was Taylor Green, and it also looked like Sam Pittman was like, "Hey man, let's just run the ball, man. Let's just run the ball." I mean, because even when they interviewed Sam Pittman after the first quarter, he was like, "Man, we got to do something, man. We can't keep having Taylor Green." Out here on the back and we not protecting him. We gotta give him some protection and run the ball. He was like, we gotta get this in the end zone right here. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know why we were I don't know why we left the run game. That's why to answer the question, I don't know why.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this too, man. And we might have left it because of feel, because even though the game was 7-0, it felt like it was 21-0.
21-0. I
just like it felt like, man, we gotta throw the ball to get up because and then when they went up, it was just like, man, it just felt like it was insurmountable, man, because of how the offense was moving. But I will say this, man, as far as my turnaround things, I say we need to, just like you said, man, we need to decide not on a 2-quarterback system.
I agree.
We need to decide on a quarterback, man. And I think, again, we all land on the same place. Most people I've heard, even in the chat yesterday, were saying we need to just go with Hank Brown, man, take the lumps. I think the Auburn fan base, man, can deal mentally with losing with Hank Brown the rest of the year. I'm prepared to do it. I was prepared to do it Saturday. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, bro, when it started going downhill, when he threw the interceptions, and we were in the red zone, well, near the red zone at least 3 times. So we were moving the ball. The offense was moving because we were near the red zone. Like we were in the red zone with Damari. At the 20.
No, we was not in the red zone with Damari. We was on the 41-yard line.
No, when Damari fumbled in the end zone.
When that play started on the 41-yard line.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he fumbled in the
end zone. Yes,
he fumbled in the red zone is the point I'm making. And like on the 27-yard line when he threw an interception. We were going into the red zone on the other pick, I think. So what I'm saying is we had over 400 yards of offense. The offense was moving, man. Take your lumps with Hank Brown. Remove the mistakes. And I think, honestly, man, a lot of this undisciplined stuff, and this is my theory, and y'all could tell me how y'all feel about it. I think a lot of this undisciplined stuff, maybe not necessarily low IQ football. Now, some of the stuff is, but I think some of the undisciplined stuff is just, man, a want to win, and you trying to do too much. You know what I'm saying? You just trying so hard to win, bro. You're coming out of character and you coming out your position. You trying to cover for somebody else. You trying to, I think it's out of a real desire to win, man, and the desire not to be a loser. And what it is they just doing too much, man, as far as the discipline. But that's an issue. We got to stop the turnovers. We got to stop the penalties. King of the comments will tell you, man, I was a staunch Damari Alston guy. I'm like, man, he can go anywhere and start in the SEC. Cobb, they can go anywhere and play on any other team. You know what I'm saying? I still feel that way to a degree, but when you couple in the fumbles, that becomes a part of your resume. And when that becomes a part of your resume, man, I have to okay, we need to get the ball to Damari Alston, man, because this man is fumbling. See, King, I admitted it. Anyway, third down. Third down defense, bro. 5 of 9, 8 or 9 on third down. They were on third and long, bro. They had third and longs, not just the one. The 3rd and 19 was a backbreaker, man. But it's like the other ones with all these third and longs, man. And the 3 down lineman stuff on third down, man. Please just rip that, whatever that page is. DJ Durkin got with a 3 down lineman on third and long. Just rip it out and throw it away, man. Please. Just throw it away, dog. Throw it away, DJ. I'm like on social media just bumping for DJ Durkin, man. Get this man time to cook and all this stuff, man. I'm like, you know what he doing, but I'm like, man, this third down defense stuff is really just like, it's annoying, man. And we're going back to the 4th and 31, 3rd and 19, bro. What is this craziness, man? Well, we just sitting back, just trying to let quarterbacks cook and let them just throw the ball and. Man, put some pressure on these guys, DJ, man. I'm out here bumping for you, dog.
And Taylor Green made 2 great throws on third down to extend the drive, and he had one where they brought pressure where he found a lane and got 23 yards.
Yeah. And that's what I said with the difference in that game. The difference in that game was Taylor Green legs, man, because they held the backs in check to a degree. But they and that's just debatable. I think they should have, as Hugh Freeze said on the 3rd and 19, he was like it was a good call. But the DB, again, as Hugh Freeze said, he just want to forget he a DB and go help his friends. You know what I'm saying? He want to forget. That's what he said. He want to forget he a DB.
The thing though, like
help his friends, dude, you can't do that, man.
Like I said last night, in a situation like that, when you have a quarterback that's a threat to run,
okay,
as soon as it looks like he's about to take off running because he's a threat and he got long legs and he can stride, and with him running, he can easily get it. He can easily get those 19, 20 yards to get the first down. Your eyes are gonna go directly to him as a defense. So your eye discipline just be like, all right, my mind is saying he's about to run. I need to go up here and stop the run because he's just as much of a threat if he throws his ball deep and I don't stay deep. So I need to go up here and help. And as soon as that happens, as soon as your eyes go to him, the receiver just run right behind him. And that's exactly what happened. And I mean, it is what it is, though.
That's why I say for them, if you know that's the case with the 3rd and 19s and stuff like that, if you know that it's the case, stop doing it. If your players can't function in that, man, just bro, just send the dogs and take your lumps with that, with them just trying to be aggressive. Because, man, at least we got one thing I will say, we got some cats in the secondary, bro, they will bring that hammer, dog. I will say that about the D. I hate about Champ Anthony, man. I hate it. All right,
that's gonna be a big loss.
It was surprising, man. That was surprising. He said Hugh Freeze did not offer Bama commit QB Keelan Russell 5-star top 10 recruiter in the class of 2025. He did 11 MVP when he was committed to SMU and was top 100. He needed to start offering him QB. No, Hugh Freeze did offer him. If you go listen to the 5-star flex interview with my boy Dukes the Scoop, he did one with Keelan Russell. Hugh Freeze them offering them. They tried to get him on campus, and Keelan said, man, Hugh Freeze them trying to get me. He said they trying to get me. He said they tried to get me on campus, but he was like, man, I ain't going on campus. I'm not going down there. So he was like, I can't do it. They trying to get me, man. And I'm not going to Auburn.
There's too much Bama in him. That's what he said.
And it sounded kind of like, bro, he was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to go down there. But he
too much Bama in him. That's what
he is. I don't know if he was scared or whatever happened when players go to Auburn and they flip. He was like, man, he said they trying to get me down there. He said, you trying to get me, man.
I am not messing up this NIL collective. He
said, I'm not going down to Auburn, man. They trying to get me to come. Yeah, you tried to get him, bro. He trying to, bro, don't slip on Hugh Freeze with this recruiting. We just having problems with Hugh Freeze on the field. Yep. It ain't Hugh Freeze on that recruiting trail. It was a dog, and he 100. Ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? He 100.
But they got to coincide together too.
I agree with you, bro. Yep. LSU fans do it with Coach O, so I agree with stop blaming. Yeah, you have to, but like I said, the only thing I'll say with the blaming the old coaches, if you know what the problem was, okay, give Hugh Freeze the currency and stop attacking him like he didn't inherit a dumpster fire. Hey, address them accordingly. That's all.
Hey, so Chili, let me ask you this question, Chili. Was I really that bad, Chili? Was I really that bad? Chili, was I really that bad, Chili? Because you know they tell me I was a good defensive line coach, Chili. Was I really that bad? Was I really that bad? Come on, man. Come on.
Wait a minute.
Coach O, man. Come on, talk about me.
Yeah, she said, DC, this has nothing to do with the team you're talking about. Cowboys. I am rooting for the Ravens now because Derek Henry.
What?
Lord Jesus, PhD. I wonder why your team took Hugh Freeze after. Man,
that's a different. We had that.
Conversation. Yeah, and then you know what I'm saying. Why did they take Bobby Petrino after his?
That's a great question.
He's working. It's working. It is a great
question.
It is working. Bobby Petrino is you know what I'm saying. That dude, he can coach, man. He can take nothing and make something, and it shows you just like his coaching ability. With his quarterback struggling, he set his quarterback for a series and brought it back in.
Yep,
that's what I think Hugh Freeze should have did with Hank Brown. He should have
he sat him down just to calm him down and brought him back in the game after that second interception.
Let him sit down, calm down, but he just sat down. He just really pulled a ripcord on it, man.
Yeah,
need that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have Peyton Thorne Hank back up. That's opinion. We're gonna bring you on, God body.
That's an interesting take.
But the reason, and I'm gonna tell you the reason I don't is we already seen Peyton Thorne lose game after game after game after game. We know what his ceiling is. He been in the system. We saw the letdown with New Mexico State. We saw the Maryland. You know what I'm saying?
You also saw Arkansas last year.
Yeah, but you got to understand what Arkansas last year with Peyton Thorne, bro. You got to understand that was totally different. Was it Phil Montgomery?
That's my question. Because I got some numbers for you. The first half numbers: total yards 173 yards, passing yards 72, rushing 103. Ended the game with 431 yards total, 258 total passing yards, and 146 rushing yards. So basically, Peyton Thorne had 113 and a half. And then they dropped off on the rushing from 74. So his take is really not that far off because the second half offense, based on the numbers, was more efficient and more effective with Peyton Thorne.
I get it,
at quarterback.
But see, we'll never know because you didn't allow Hank Brown to finish the game.
No, I agree with you. That's right. You're correct.
Game he could have had. And we'll never know. He could have had the same numbers. But it's like you're saying that based on seeing Thorne come in the second half, and of course them make halftime adjustments. They made those, but you didn't give Hank Brown the currency to come back in and even see if he could finish the game and have those numbers.
I agree with you.
something that's hypothetical because you didn't see Hank Brown have a whole game. I'm like, give the man a whole game. We've already seen the Peyton Thorne show. When Peyton Thorne got in, man, he looked like the same Peyton Thorne to me. And what's crazy, I watched the all 22, which, man, shouts out to Aaron Murray, all 22 snaps. Yeah, and he did want a breakdown on it. And at the end of the day, Aaron Murray said, guess what he said?
Yeah, he'll take Hank Brown.
He said, I would, looking at both of them, they look the same. He said, but I hate take Hank Brown because Hank Brown has a higher ceiling. Right. And this is a guy that's been an all SEC quarterback, and man, he know the game. He know quarterbacking. No, and I'm not saying Aaron Murray is, the next coming or anything, but he does have a heavy hand when you get talking about quarterback experience. It makes sense.
He played in the league. He's
played in the league. He's been a high value quarterback in the SEC, man. So this man is breaking down the film, and he's saying it's not much difference, but Hank has a higher ceiling, and I would go with Hank Brown and just take the lumps. But we're gonna let you come in, Godbody. Yeah, discipline is culture. That's directly on the head coach. We all say the same thing. We just saying it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about total responsibility of all things, it lies on the head coach. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me what happened, and I say my defensive coordinator didn't function well, or my offensive coordinator didn't function well, I'm answering your question of what happened. But ultimately, I'm responsible. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like semantics and split hairs. We all agree, man, at the end of the day, it still falls on Hugh Freeze as the leader.
But
it still is a breakdown. You still have to break down and say why. Okay, my cornerback took the wrong route, and my cornerback bit on the run, and they overthrew. When you ask me what happened, my cornerback bit on the run, they overthrew it. Okay, it's my fault. But you asking me what happened, so I'm telling you.
Here's my rebuttal to that. Here's my rebuttal to that. Hugh Freeze has already let go the defense coordinator from last year.
Sure.
He's already let go the offensive coordinator from last year.
Yes.
Who else is he going to blame? So, I mean, where are the excuses and the blames going to come from now? Now, I mean, you've already done what CEOs do in companies when something doesn't go wrong. I mean, when something goes wrong, you look at a vice president of sales, or you look at a vice president of marketing, or you look at a vice president of outreach, or whatever it is, and you be like, that's the reason why we're gonna let them go. We're gonna put somebody else new in there, knowing the whole time it probably is you. But now you've done that after the first season. You've hit the red button already. So now where is the excuse going to come from after this year when it looks as if the team is regressing? You basically being in charge of the offense and things and stuff like that, and you got a whole new guy on the defense side of the ball. Where's the excuse going to come from now?
I don't have any argument with you, because like I said, we just kind of differ sometimes on maybe getting in the weeds about it, but we know when it comes down to bottom line, that Hugh Freeze is stop at his desk, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's make that clear. It's stop at his desk. So, but I think, like, so when you say excuses, or, you know what I'm saying, I think the reason he says a lot of the things he says is because people are asking him a question, and he's just answering the question. Hey, man, what happened on the third down? Well, the DB bit on the run, and he left his position, and it was a good call by the coach, but the DB bit. He answering the question, but people are like, okay, he making excuses. But if you listen to it in context, all he's doing is just answering the question. He's trying to honestly answer the question the reporter is asking him. You know what I'm saying? But people just say, okay, he making excuses. But I guess if he came in a thing, he would just read off what happened in the game and just get up and leave. And it would be no excuses. But a lot of the things that we are saying are excuses are him just saying and trying to answer honestly what they're asking him.
I feel where you're coming from. No, I completely understand where you're coming from with that. But what I'm saying is, when in the week of preparing for that, the opponent that you're playing, there was nothing in the scouting report that was saying that Taylor Green was not going to play. I mean, even when the availability report came out, Taylor Green's name was not even on there as questionable, probable, none. He was playing. So you knew what quarterback was playing. You knew he was playing a dual threat running quarterback. So that week, you should have been saying, look, we need to have our discipline, fellas. We need to know that this is a threat to run. You should have been scheming up something saying, look, Asante, you spying this dude all game. So now, because I know for a fact, if he takes off the run, Asante is probably one of the fastest linebackers we got and one of the most physical. If he takes off the run, Asante, wherever he go, you go.
Okay, who is that on? Is that on Hugh Freeze?
That's on Hugh Freeze. That's on Hugh Freeze and DJ
Durkin's job.
But Hugh Freeze hired him. But
if you hire a defensive coordinator, you let him do your job. As a manager and a CEO, bro, if I hire a telemarketer or a person, a customer service guy as the CEO, bro, I'm not down there in the office beside them, sitting beside the phone, and when it answer, I'm like, hold up, hey, what, welcome to DC Wolf Company, and taking the phone. I'm letting them do their job. As a CEO, bro, I don't even see my CEO.
Well, maybe I'm gonna tell you this.
Like what I'm saying is, when you hire managers, you let managers manage. So it's like you can't, as what I'm saying, if the whole company fails, then the CEO get fired. But you can't blame the CEO for everything that happens in the downline. That's all I'm saying. He is ultimately responsible, but bro, it's nuance to it. DJ Durkin is the defensive coordinator, bro. And he said in his last press conference, he said Bobby Petrino is running this 12-13 personnel. He said, I went to DJ and I asked him, is Bobby Petrino doing the same thing? He said, man, Bobby Petrino, the type of offense he runs, 12-13 personnel, and then he's able to get explosive plays out of. He said, man, it's hard to deal with. So he already talked to DJ. He telling you, I talked to DJ about this guy. You see what I'm saying? At some point, bro, your downline, if you hire somebody, you got to give them a chance to do your job. You can't. You see what I'm saying? It's like we trying to blame Hugh Freeze now for DJ Durkin's job. He got to let DJ do DJ job. And if DJ don't do his job, he got to hit the door. Now, what I'm saying, if DJ don't do his job and Hugh Freeze don't get rid of him, it's Hugh Freeze's fault. Just like with the quarterback stuff. If the quarterback is not performing and you just keep putting Peyton Thorne in there, man, that's a Hugh Freeze fault.
Okay, all right.
For either not going to get a quarterback out of the portal, not preparing Hank Brown or White, or whatever it is. But if you keep doing, like you said Saturday, insanity. If you keep doing that, man, that's a Hugh Freeze thing. But as far as this thing, this is DJ Durkin first time on the bike. You got to give him a chance to do his job. And I mean, we can't, I'm gonna catch up, and we'll talk some more about it.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
A 30-19 is diabolical. It is. 4th and 31 is heinous. Yes. You like you ready to fire somebody. Yeah, okay. We ain't ready to fire nobody, man. I think I don't know what Riley Leonard came in.
I don't think he ever came to Auburn. He never came to Auburn.
Okay. So I remember the whole talk was Riley Leonard and what's the man name that was from Coastal Carolina that got
Grayson McCall.
Grayson McCall got benched. You know,
Riley Leonard never came to Auburn. He never came. He went to Notre Dame and committed literally like the day after he went.
Yeah, exactly. And but appreciate it, Bubba. Bro, Bubba, you keep getting these super chats. I am gonna get my Bugatti.
Yeah, shout out to Bubba.
I'm gonna get my Bugatti, Bubba.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay. We want you to come in, Bubba. So we're gonna get me and Nick gonna stop yapping, and we're gonna bring God Body Science. So we're gonna bring in Bubba and anybody else who want to talk. We're gonna give y'all a good minute, and then Nick gonna throw y'all off if y'all exceed a minute, man. It's Hugh Freeze. Is Hugh Freeze good for your team? I think he is, man. I think, like I said, I think just you got to give them time. In this day and age, we don't want to give them time. Just like, and we'll talk about with Oklahoma, man. They benched their starting quarterback. You know what I'm saying? During the game,
they did.
Yeah, they benched him, man. And it's just like
they are in the same situation as Auburn,
right? Yeah. And what people don't understand, man, and it's like, bro, you are coming up from a different level of competition in the Big 12. That speed he saw against Tennessee, man, he probably ain't seen that, man, unless he played Texas. But it ain't like seeing it every week.
All I'm saying is,
so and I can't tell Brent Venables what to do. I would do the same thing. Yeah. Let him sit in the fire, man. Get used to the heat. If you take the loss, take it. But you're not going to develop quarterbacks by just switching them in and out like that, man. And he's green. That guy's green too. He only been in 4 games, man. He played the bowl game in 4 games, and he getting benched. Which that's the coach call, not mine.
I'm gonna say this, and this may not sound. When I say this, it's gonna sound halfway. So I want y'all to understand this. I think Hugh Freeze did that because there's pressure on Hugh Freeze right now behind the scenes, from certain donors. That's the reason why I feel like you saw Peyton Thorne in the second half, and I'm gonna leave that at that.
I got you. Okay. And Tight saying some, I don't know. I'm no longer accepting Alabama spam. How about that?
Wow.
I'm no longer accepting Alabama spam. It's too hard on my Auburn fans. I accept Alabama. Like PhD just asked a legitimate question about football, and you know what I'm saying. I'm no longer accepting Alabama spam. They talking the 3rd and 19s and stuff like that. Yeah. We need to go ahead and get
the holy water.
Two things can be true. One, Peyton looked solid as offense was effective. Hank should have finished the game. Yeah, I agree. And I think that's what we miss it, Bubba, when we having these debates is like one point of view may not be right. You know what I'm saying? May not be right totally. Two things can be true at one time. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we just sitting up arguing when both things are correct. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get better at that. Peyton Thorne was the exact same QB at Michigan State, low 60%. Yep. He just had double the attempts, which resulted in over 3,000 yards. I agree.
And he had Keon Coleman.
That is great. So, he had Coleman up there catching one-hand balls behind his back, making him looking good. So
which is what I think Lambert Smith could be. Lambert Smith could be that.
Lambert Smith is, man. He is worth whatever NIL money they gave him. You know what I'm saying? He is not like the last year class of transfers that came in and didn't perform for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it seems like the transfers we got in this year are performing pretty good, even on defense, man. Go catch us up, Nick.
Yeah, I rolled with the punches. As Bubba said, I rolled the punches with Hank rather than finish the year with PT. Although I now feel like I've been took hard on. I've been too hard on PT. See. So everybody that's saying that I've been paid by Peyton Thorne to based on what I was saying, because if y'all was here last year, y'all know I went hard on Peyton Thorne. I was hard on Peyton Thorne, but when I finally started watching film again for real. I had to kind of back up off that a little bit and be like, man, maybe I'm being a little too hard on Peyton Thorne. But me and Bubba on this statement right here are 1,000% right there with each other right there.
Okay. I'm hard on Peyton Thorne, man, because again, the reason I'm hard on Peyton Thorne is because the dude is a 5-year senior. He's not a redshirt freshman. He's not a sophomore. He's a 5th-year senior. That's why I'm hard on Peyton Thorne. A 5th-year senior should not look like this in a quarterback and no football team, man. That's been a starter. We're not talking about he's been a backup, man. We're talking about a 5th-year senior that has started for multiple teams, and we're not talking about starting somewhere for a high school somewhere. You started in the Big Ten and the SEC, man. It's no way you should have looked like you looked in Cal. It's no excuse, man. I hear y'all and y'all want to have leniency, which is great to have grace. But I'm not talking about Peyton Thorne personally. I'm talking about
his game on the field. His
game on the field. So don't get it twisted, man. I'm just talking about his game on the field, man. As a 5th-year senior, you should not look like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. What we got, Nick? Let's ride. Let's catch.
Man. Bubba said, you should have some. You got to be stocked with it. What are you talking about? I don't know. Shout out to Jonathan Carr, man. Freeze is like Mike Dubose. Never gets mad at Peyton at QB. Take Hank and Austin out. Tight. Tell us about that. 5 Adams said Hugh need to plan for next year's start to start Hank. Okay.
Yeah. That's who I am, man.
Or go get
either one.
Either be in the portal.
Yeah.
And 5 Adams, we don't agree on a ton of things, but that we agree on. Okay. All right.
What didn't happen, Trevor?
Yeah, what didn't happen? Shout out to Trevor. Yeah, what didn't happen? Because we missing a lot of stuff. There's a difference between an excuse and a reason. The old man has a tough time with this concept.
What? What does that mean, Bubba? You're gonna have to tell us on this one because
maybe the excuse can be the reason.
It can be both at the same time too.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe the excuse is the reason why. Like if you were late for work, you because you had a flat tire, that's the excuse and the reason.
Yeah.
So I mean,
sometimes like I know old school old man. My era is just like, bro, I don't want to hear no excuses.
Yeah.
Even though it might be a good reason, because and I'm gonna tell you why it becomes the excuse with old school. excuses are excuses because when you say my reason is an excuse, you say, okay, well, why didn't you leave home earlier? Then you would have had time to fix your flat tire and get to work on time.
But
so
the thing
that's
is,
why
I didn't expect to have a flat tire coming to work.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but if you leave early enough and put a lot time for mistakes and errors in traffic and flat tires, then you probably would never be late for work. You see what I'm saying? So I can understand what some people be like, bro, your reason is just excuses because you're not in preparation to success. You're not preparing for success well. So your reason is really excuse. And that, bro, that's some crazy nuance right there. But go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So the difference between we did on already.
Okay.
What's the next one? The next one coming up, Trevor Thornton is D-line, no speed, just bulk. So we don't have no speed on D-line is what he's saying. That Trevor Thornton, I disagree. Blocked and bleeding got juice.
Okay.
What kind of juice? Let's make sure we're talking about the right juice. Tight said, so glad DC does not work for the CIA. Tell this man anything and get away with sabotage. Works on the planes.
Man, like I said, I bought that up by mistake, bro. This has nothing to do with Alabama football.
God body said I catch you guys on the next one. No, God body, don't leave.
Where you going, bro?
Come back. We coming up. Pig Pen, shout out. He said that was a good game. Yeah, for y'all.
What's up, Pig Pen? What's up, man?
Shout out to Pig Pen from Arkansas, man. Arkansas fan, man. Shout out. Welcome to the show, man. Okay. God body science. Where do you think you going? Having a conversation in the chat. To tell, this is tight. He said, tell that to the. Oh, okay, all right. I gotta blame Freeze. Regardless of what DJ Durkin did, we have more talent on offense than 24 points. Frodo, me and you right here, man. I keep telling you, we right here, Frodo. We right here, man.
We were just talking about the defense though. When I was, we were talking about the defense in the
7-5 was the floor, and still the floor. As long as we get there, we expect the still to be in the building. PhD Hugh Freeze is good for AU, not AU hearts and minds.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Got body with the laugh emojis. C Hall, man. What's up, man? What's up, guys?
C Hall,
but still here, man. Glad you're here,
C Hall. That's what's up, man.
Shout out to Pig Pen again. Has there been an update on the DB that had an injury? No. We're probably gonna get one of those until tomorrow.
Man. You look bad though.
He had to leave because he had some company pop up. All right, then, God body. We see you, man. What we got? Oh, he said, I think it's supposed to be Bubba, but okay.
The link is in, Bubba.
The breaking point is here. Censorship, grin and bear. Well, time to make another short from the Freeze presser of denial.
Oh man,
this guy tight.
That's it, man. That's like tight. That's it. That's it. Seriously, man. You like cramping the brain of the Auburn fans. I'm not gonna.
Man.
For real, I'm not going to Auburn fans to like Alabama fans just saying
mistakes and penalties is really why we lost.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is because it's like I say, and when we go back and forth with, I'm sure a scheme could be better, but in that game, that was mistakes and penalties. 5 turnovers. I don't care what you're doing, bro. It's hard to win with 5 turnovers. That's just 4 and 5. Same thing with the Cal game, 5 turnovers. Man, do you realize, man, we are worse? Before that game, we were second to last in the whole nation in turnovers. With the turnovers we had, we're probably like the number 1 team in turnovers in the whole country.
Probably.
So, so if you could just fix the turnovers and the discipline issues, man, we will be okay.
Yep.
Go ahead, Nick.
Next year is a big season for Hugh. Win 10 games or a hot seat. There's a reason why I made that comment earlier about I think he has pressure behind the scenes. Okay. Is Hugh Freeze consulting with D Nix at all? Because I don't see any creativity in the run game, just inside zone. Me and Frodo.
Okay. Go ahead.
At 5 Adam, and now we disagree again. I guess he's talking about the 10-win thing. Steve Hall coming in. We should be talking fumbles, interceptions. Shouldn't be relevant with 5 years. But you took a guy who averages 10, so he's getting his early. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, Ed Darby, man. Shout out to Ed Darby, man. There are younger QBs across the nation that have better QB skills than Payne Thorne and DJ. That's my problem. Simple and basic QB play is a struggle for both of them. Ooh.
Okay. Ooh. It is, man. Ooh. It is. It is, man. It is. It's ridiculous. And we finna bring God Body on, and Bubba gonna fall after God Body.
Okay, so this is his response to the Dubose thing. He said, Coach Dubose taught this way all the time. He ate up all the coaching talking points for the next 30 years. So when Coach Fran showed up, he left Alabama at dead in the night. Oh, okay. Talking about with Frank Shoney. Okay, all right, that's what y'all talking about. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
All right, man. We're gonna bring you in. We're gonna have to take some calls, man. The link is in. I'm gonna put the link in again. For anybody want to come in and talk, audio only, please. No cursing, no vulgarity, please. Else Nick will throw you out of here with the quiz.
That's the sound right there.
That's the sound right there. When you hear that sound,
man.
The Sandman. You need to get a cane. You need to get your little cane, Nick. You know what I'm saying? Get your little cane. All right, God body. Let's talk, but God body.
Yeah.
You in? Well, you got us?
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. What's up, God body?
Yeah. So you have to ask. We got to ask ourselves, man. I see a lot of people complaining about the record and complaining about the development at Auburn. I'm gonna start my rant off of this. Keep in mind, this is Hugh Freeze. This is the start of Hugh Freeze's second tenure on the Plains at Auburn. Keep in mind, everybody keeps saying he's been here 2 years. He has not been at Auburn 2 years. Stop it. He came in short-handed at the end of Harson. He was a man brought in at the end. He didn't get a chance to recruit that well. And he still got a top 10 class. And he's embarking now on a top 5 class. So Auburn fans need to calm down, chill out, and relax. You can't. This man cannot turn around and start winning national championships and winning the SEC in 1 year. In 1 year. This is the start of his section. We're 4 games in. Everybody's talking about, oh, he can't do this, he can't do that. Are you really? I challenge any Auburn fan. You go back and look through the last 10 years at Auburn. Who's recruited on the level Hugh Freeze has done in this season and start of next season tenure that he's been in? I challenge you. Back to Gus, all of them. Nobody has put Auburn in this position. You get a man 3 years to do it. He's been adamant. He's been open. He's been honest with everyone about it. It takes 3 years. It takes depth. I got to build depth. Everybody's complaining about the recruiting. They're complaining about who he's going after. Letting their fanhood, their fanatic. The fanatics are just crazy at Auburn right now. It's crazy. It's too crazy. I said, again, depends on what Auburn fans want to do. Are you trying to win? You want to put the best person out there right now to win? Is no doubtedly Peyton Thorne. Period. Hands down. He's the one that has a camaraderie and everything with everybody on the team, even with Lambert. Him and that boy go way back to high school days together. That's why you seen Peyton come in and throw those slant passes and those passes he threw to him like that. And he hit him in the mark. Those boys been throwing at each other way back in the day. He has the most camaraderie with him. Cam, he dropped one. That's on Cam. That was not on Peyton Thorne across the middle. And anybody with a football IQ understand that Cam put both hands on it. He dropped it. He's young. That's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Again, Auburn fans got to make their mind up. Do you want the best opportunity right now? They're looking to, we got to get in the 12-team playoff. We got to do this. We got to win a bowl game. We got to make a bowl game. Do you want to win the right way? You want to win? Do you want to build it or you want to win now? Now, if you want to build it and if you want to be honest, me, I ain't got nothing against the young man, Hank. I don't see it. I don't see what everybody's seeing. I don't see it. I'm being totally honest with you. What I'm watching, I don't see it. He's pretty much, ceiling-wise to me, a younger Peyton Thorne. I don't even think I don't see it. The look, the accuracy, the mobility, what it takes to run Hugh's system, I don't see it. I'm not seeing what everybody's so hype about. The only reason why they give him a bigger upside is because of his age. They're saying, hey, if he stay with Hugh some years, two years from now, who knows what he'll be? That's a stretch. But you asking us to believe in something we haven't seen yet. You're asking us to believe in something we haven't seen yet. The biggest issue Auburn has, which Hugh Freeze is realizing now, he dropped the ball. That $1 million, he should have spent it. He should have spent it. But he's been adamant and open and honest with the Auburn community. He's told everybody, hey, it's going to take time. That's the first thing he got to talking to after the presser. It's going to take time. Everybody ready to throw him on the bus, and now they're telling him, say, well, he's throwing his players on the bus. He is the coach. He's not the player. He's calling the ace a spade a spade. He's being completely honest with Auburn and their fans. And Auburn is sitting here and they acting like a spoiled, rotten child. The fans at Auburn acting like a spoiled, rotten child, like they've been winning national championships for the last 10 years. We've been in contention one. We slipped in and got one. It has not been that. Hugh Freeze got the best recruiting tracking at Auburn in the last 15 years, I believe. He has the potential. He's already got his first year. He came here at the end of it, got a top 10 class. He's tracking for a top 5 class now. And in 2026, he was tracking at one point the #1 class in the nation. What is Auburn fans talking about? You have to have this man back and ride with him. You can't come in here thinking we want to be Bama and everything. It's because we got Hugh Freeze. Give the man time. Give the man time. He's only been here 1 year. 2 seasons, yes, but 1 year. This is the start of his second season. He hasn't even implemented everything that's going to happen under his tenure and the offense that he's truly going to run. I don't even think he's got into that yet because he don't have the players to run it. He's running Peyton Thorne. Peyton Thorne is what he is. You can't deprogram Peyton Thorne from what he is. He is what he is at this point. He is what he is. Now, Hank Brown, you're talking about a 3-star. A 3-star, and people said stars don't mean nothing.
All right, you got 15 seconds, God, about it.
Okay, I'm gonna get off.
You out of here. Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't finish the thought.
They said Hank Brown. I'm asking everybody this. They talking about the QB position. Saying Peyton Thorne, this, that, and that. We all understand what Peyton Thorne is. Hank Brown is not that. He's not that.
Okay.
Pay attention to. I mean, my man just made a point with the stats. And the production. Don't just look at the stats, look at the scoring and the production once Peyton Thorne took over in the second half. And I end with that.
Okay, boss man. Hey, God, body come in. Hey, bro, anytime, man. We like you come in and get your comments like that, what you say,
no
man.
Doubt.
Come in, bro. We'll see you, bro. Appreciate you, man. God, body. All right, next up, we got Bubba from Bubba and the Old Man Auburn Sports Talk, man. All right, guy, man. Y'all subscribe to Bubba, man, and the Old Man. And after that, Nick, we got Tez coming in.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Tez.
What's up, Tez?
Not Tez from Shaw to the
Okay. All right, man. Bubba and the Old Man. Come on in, Bubba. Talk to me, Bubba.
What's going on?
What's up, Kinfolk?
Yes, sir. So I'm kind of scatterbrained at the moment. So whenever you guys feel like I should stop talking, I don't know, can y'all just cut my mic?
No. Nick gonna give you the Sandman, Bubba. No, Bubba, you're a part of the show, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Cool. So
we're gonna Sandman you though. Go ahead, Bubba. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead, man.
You're all good, bro.
Yeah.
Godbody made a point that he just don't see it with Hank Brown. I don't know. I see it. I just don't know if it's there at the moment. It's really going to take him some time, definitely. Because, Cole Pinkston was talking about it, and I saw it in the game too. He was very comfortable within the pocket, not panicking whatsoever. And honestly, the urgency, his internal clock may be going a little too long at this point. But if it gets there and he can play on time consistently, he's really got it because he's got the arm. He's an accurate passer most of the time. And the athleticism is better than I expected, to be honest. The way he was able to maneuver with inside the pocket. And going back and rewatching the game, Nick, I know you were talking yesterday about how this is the same exact offense he ran at Liberty and Ole Miss. And honestly, it's not even close to the same. He's using a lot more exit motion. And the run game is polar opposite. He was almost a strictly zone-based run scheme at both Liberty and Ole Miss. Liberty, he ran a little bit more gap scheme, but now with Derek Nix, you see the gap scheme run game. But we're not executing it at a level to where we can get those explosive plays because there is 7, 8 guys in the box, right? So whoever is in at quarterback has to be able to consistently push the ball down the field to lighten the box. Otherwise, the run game is not going to get going, period. Because I don't know what Jake Thornton and Philip Montgomery and the offensive staff last year was doing to get the running game going consistently, because it makes no sense. I mean, really, the only difference is the guards. Dylan Wade shifted into guard, and Cam Stutz is gone. Gunnar Britton's gone. So I feel like if you're gonna go with this offense that it sounds like Nick wants to go back to last year, which is the heavy gap scheme run game, with if you're gonna start Peyton Thorne utilizing his legs, you have to insert Braden Joyner in at left guard, move Wade back out to tackle, and go back to the power run game. But the question is, how effective would it be this time? Because it's all already on tape. So that is the issue. They're going to load the box. Can you push the ball down the field if Peyton Thorne or Hank Brown, whoever's in the game, is not in rhythm because they have 10 passes going into the fourth quarter? So now you're in a situation where you were last year against Ole Miss, where quarterback's not in rhythm, and there is just nothing going for you in the pass game. So, I mean, really, and the defense was okay. I mean, the third and long issue, I don't know what the issue is. I mean, Keontae took the bait on the deep crosser, which he should not have done because we were 3 deep. He had a man. So, and then the number 2 just ran his over and cut it right upfield, and Keontae is dusted because Keontae does not have the athletic ability to get back there and make up that ground, and then he just goes and hugs the dude for some reason.
Man.
That was rough. And Keandre Lambert-Smith, God, I feel bad for that kid because he is insane. Way more explosive than I expected.
Me too.
But yeah, I mean, get more creative in the run game and limit the turnovers. And I mean, you can come out of the Missouri game with 4 wins, but there is a realistic shot that Auburn fans need to prepare for, that this is a 5-win team or less. And I said that going into the year. If the bottom falls out, this is a 5-win football team. When everybody was saying 9 wins is the floor, 8 wins is the floor, this can realistically be a 5-win football team. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yeah, I do. I appreciate that. Like I said, I like to have friends around that tell me the truth, man. I don't always just, man, give me the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, Bubba.
All right. One last thing.
Okay.
Screw every media person that made me believe that Hank Brown, as a redshirt freshman, could realistically lead this team to 8 wins. I bought into it.
You bought into it?
Before the year, I said, and after week 1, I said Peyton Thorne was the best quarterback on this football team at the moment. Jesus Christ, man. It's making me look bad.
Hey, man, sometimes you have to stick with your stuff, man, and not listen. Like I call it a washing machine, man, because when we come out of the season and you look that bad and look against Maryland, and I told Slazier before the season started, I was like, dude, what makes me think this team is going to be that much better than what I just saw in Maryland? And it's just like you listen to all these punt and listen to people in the offseason, and then you like, by the time you get to the season, bro, it's just like, we're going to win the national championship. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, okay.
And shout out Nick. He stayed grounded.
Yeah.
In all of his points, and in a lot of ways he was right. But I was right about yesterday's game.
Yeah.
I will stand on that. The offense was not predictable whatsoever.
I agree. I agree with you, man.
I still agree. Roll with Hank, roll with the punches, and win 4 or 5 games, and go into next year where a lot of national media personalities are going to be pushing for this dude to get fired, and he goes out and wins 9 games next year.
Yeah. I agree. Good stuff, man. Good stuff, Bo. All right, bro. Man. Award winning. This is award winning
right there, man. That's good.
Award winning. That's good take. Yeah, that's some good takes, man. Him and Godbody, some good takes, man. We got
Flip
my man
DC.
Okay, we got my man.
We need to put that. We need to put it every time somebody say something good. We need to say clip that DC.
We got my man Tez coming on, man. I've been waiting. Nigga, I've been waiting for Tez to come.
I've been waiting for Tez too, because Tez been over there by himself. On
man.
Shout out to the Sharpshooter podcast.
Yeah, man.
But Tez got to defend himself every week. He got to prove his love every week for Auburn.
You got it. Yeah. You the only Auburn fan over there, right?
I believe he is.
Oh my God, man. Condolences to Tez. Tez, man, come on in, man. What's up, Tez?
What's up, man? Y'all hear me?
What's up? Yeah, we got you, man. Loud and clear, bro.
Good.
Stage yours, bro. Dance.
First of all, I just want to. I think y'all don't realize that I'm Frodo.
Oh snap! What's Tez? You Frodo?
Stop, man.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Time out. That makes all the sense in the world, because on his thing, it says Frodo. Oh man, Frodo photography. That makes sense. Oh my god, I forgot.
Oh man,
Tez, I didn't even. That went over my head. Tez.
He's
Yeah,
you in here like, man, me and Frodo like this.
Me and Frodo right here. We right here. I'm like, bro. He said, I'm like, oh snap, that's Tez. That's makes sense. All right, my bad, Tez. My bad.
Go ahead, man.
Man. I'm gonna try to keep it short, man.
Okay.
Ask a few questions, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the first question I want to ask you guys, just if y'all can talk about it later, is there's this narrative that Hugh Freeze didn't go after a quarterback. That's why I brought up the Riley Leonard thing. I don't think it was me personally. I don't think that it was that he was refusing to go after a transfer quarterback. It's just obviously one of the transfer quarterbacks that he was going after chose another school. They say didn't even give Auburn a chance. So I don't think he was just married to this idea that we're not going to get a transfer quarterback. It's just like once the guys that you go after first commit somewhere else, it's like we don't want to necessarily fall back on the second or third option. You know what I'm saying? So, and I guess number two is I think we got to stop saying that we just believe that we were going to get significantly better from last year for no reason. Man, I looked at the season. Nick, you was on the pod. I'm one of those people that said that we could win 8 games, right? And my reasoning behind saying that was we won 6 games last year with absolutely no identity whatsoever. We know we upgraded the offensive room. We know we upgraded the receivers. I thought that was worth 2 more games. We were 30 seconds. And we were 13 seconds, and Brock Bowers was away from 8 games last year. So it's not like that's just this idea that's just so far-fetched of us winning 8 games this year. It's like you think your team is going to get better regardless of what anybody's saying. We see the talent coming in, right? We see we believe in Hugh Freeze. And I don't want to seem like I'm just harping on Hugh Freeze saying like it's his fault, but I gotta hold this guy accountable, man. I gotta hold him accountable. It's kind of no imagination in the run game. I see the quarterbacks don't look like they're progressing, and then we also have got to understand that we've got a lot of freshman receivers. We're playing a redshirt freshman quarterback. That's why Peyton Thorne is, the quarterback that is probably he's more experienced, the 5th-year option. And what was interesting is when they started Hank Brown, you notice that they didn't put those freshman receivers out there immediately. They put him out there with Lambert, Robert Smith, I think was back, and then I forgot who the other one that was started. But it wasn't fresh.
Cam was the other one.
Cam started.
Yeah, Cam Coleman started.
Yeah, so it wasn't like this all freshman team that they put experience out there with him. So like we gotta consider that too. If we put Hank Brown out there, he's throwing to freshmen. This redshirt freshman throwing to some true freshmen. So there's a lot of things, man. I don't want to take up too much time, but
go ahead, man. Go ahead and cook, bro. Go ahead and cook, man. Go ahead and cook.
Yeah, I do want to point out I want to see more Malcolm Simmons. I had a take that he is just as good a receiver as Cam Coleman. I got some pushback on that. But like from a dynamic standpoint, I think Malcolm Simmons is one of those guys that can take a 5-yard slant 80. We've seen him do it. So I want to see more of him on the field. And ultimately, man, I just want to see the team as a whole get more disciplined, get better. And the question that I wanted to ask from the very beginning is like, what do you guys think that it is about this job that makes offensive coaches overthink themselves? Because we've had 3 in a row.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great question. I think here's my take on it. Here's my take on this situation. I feel as if when someone takes this job, because like you said, the last 3 head coaches have been offensive guys. I feel as when a head coach takes this job, it comes with stipulations. I honestly, and this goes into the conspiracy theorist part of me.
Okay.
This is what it goes into, man. It goes to the conspiracy theorist part of me, man. I honestly feel like a lot of these guys don't have free reign of the program like they want. And it goes back, and the reason why I feel that way, it goes back to the whole Kirby Smart situation. When Kirby Smart wanted to come to Auburn, and he gave them a list of what he wanted, and they told him no, and we ended up with Gus Malzahn. Now, the first year with Gus Malzahn, we went to the national championship, but after that, it just went downhill after that. But I just that's just how I feel. I feel like people that are not in the football that donate to the program have a lot of say so in the program. Rightfully so, because they put a lot of money into it. But that's my thought process on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this to you. I think it's just, I think with Auburn, man, it's some kind of systemic anemic stuff where it's like we're having problems recruiting offensive line. I think that's just the base problem of why the offenses are not working. If you really look at it, for the last 10 years, the issue has been the offensive line and lack of offensive line recruiting. That if you look at when we had an offensive line, a veteran offensive line, and albeit Cam Newton was a superstar, he went to the national championship. When you had an offensive line that could protect and block, and they ran the zone read scheme with Nick Marshall, we went to the national championship. When we haven't had a problem with offensive line, we have been very productive. Even with my man Jarrett Stidham, they were able to protect them to a degree. We went to the SEC championship and, of course, lost that game. So I think it's a little more than – I think with the tenure of the offensive line people, I mean with the OCs and the failures, I think it lies within Auburn just has had an offensive line recruiting problem. That's my take.
That too. That part.
I mean, too. I can agree with that. My only pushback to the offensive line point is like if you're an offensive guru, and you advertise yourself as that, then you should be able to scheme up stuff around the offensive line. Now it's not easy. I get that. Any offense works when you can block it up. I get that.
Oh yeah,
but what I'm saying is we run offense as if we don't know that our offensive line is suffering.
Sure. No, I agree, man. But this is what's crazy, man. It's like certain places recruit certain positions very well.
Yeah.
LSU DBs. You know what I'm saying? Auburn historically has had good defensive line.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But we can't, for whatever reason, we can't recruit quarterbacks and offensive linemen to the degree we recruit defensive linemen and running backs.
Exactly.
Right.
And then sometimes
if we can't do that, then get the ball out of your quarterback's hands fast.
Sure.
Let's get some screen game.
Yeah,
Let's get some bubble screens. Let's stop running the ball dead up the back of the center. Like we know that these guys cannot produce up front. Like, come on, like it's just, like y'all said the last time, it's insanity. We keep doing the same thing. We know that our offensive line is suffering. It's almost like we and I don't want to say Hugh because this has been the last three coaches, right? That's why I don't want to just harp on this one guy, but like it's almost like they get fooled in training camp or something is going on where we think that we're more talented in these places than we actually are.
Yeah.
When it gets on the field, it's always we need more talent. We need more talent. We need more talent. Well, I'm not paying you whatever Hugh Freeze is making.
$6 million.
$6 million. For you to just sit there and tell me that we need the best players in the world. Like, I'm going to need you to take that $6 million, go scheme up whatever you need to scheme up, you know what I'm saying? And come back with some sort of plan that where we can move the ball around our deficiencies. Always look at the red zone. The tail of a good offensive coordinator is always going to be how they perform.
Man, who you tell?
From the 20 to 20, we're great. Once we get in the red zone, it stalls. Same thing happened with Gus. Same thing happened with Harsin. When you look at good offensive coordinators, you can name them. When they get in the red zone, they produce. I'm a 49ers fan. I love Kyle Shanahan. He is great in the red zone. That's all I'm saying. You make a lot of money for you to sit here and tell me that you need all the talent in the world.
Yeah, now that part I don't.
Develop some of this talent.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that part, man. Because it's like you can't have teams like New Mexico coming in with quote unquote lesser talent and a lesser roster talent. And some people argue about Arkansas was more talented than this, but when we can only go by like blue chip ratio and things of that nature that show who has more blue chip.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out here, but I hate to bring up this point because guys at Alabama, but look at what Kalen DeBoer did at Washington with less.
You
don't have a bunch of 5 stars on that offensive line or on that team. So don't tell me that it's just going to be, we need talent all the time. Like, you got to coach some of these guys up and get some production out of them.
Yeah,
you're making the money to do it.
I agree, man. I agree. That's what's up, man. Appreciate you coming in, Tez, man. Anytime, Tez. Anytime, brother. Appreciate you coming on. Great takes, man.
Yeah, shout out to Tez.
Peace, man. And if y'all want to hear Tez, man, check out the Sharpshooters podcast, man. Tez is on there, man. Fighting for his life, man.
Fighting for my life. I'm glad y'all supporting me like that.
All right, man. Yeah, you know I'll be over there in the comments supporting you, Tez, man. All right, man. We'll talk to you, Tez. Appreciate you, bro. All right, man. That was awesome, man. Let's catch up these comments, Nick.
Clip that, DC.
Clip that, DC. He said Cam was playing with the injured shoulder. Facts, Nick. Facts. These money. Ooh.
Yeah, can't say that.
Yeah, can't say that. Kirby was the biggest fumble ever. I would write a dissertation on this. Yeah, I was telling Slazer, man, I heard Pat Dye on the radio talking about he wanted Kirby Smart. Pat Dye wanted.
That was almost a done deal.
Yeah, he wanted. You know what I'm saying? He wanted Kirby. Pat Dye wanted Kirby Smart. I want to see the Wildcat run. It's so different plays than
the ring game. Yeah, they run a lot of inside zone, man. They run this inside.
I don't want to see the Wildcat no more, man.
Yeah, I mean, one time we did run it, I almost fumbled it.
Then the next time we was on the goal line,
exactly,
demolished it. All right, what's up? He said, I'll be working and realize we could have had, and
it ruins my day.
Lord Jesus.
Man. Hey, do you understand the narrative that Alabama fans would have had if Kirby Smart would have won the national championship at Auburn? Oh, that's the Alabama guy right there.
Yeah, Alabama. But you know they taking credit for everything, man.
Not knowing that Vince Dooley is an Auburn guy, but it is what it is. And Vince Dooley is the dude from Georgia, but it is what it is.
Facts, DC, the 2017 O-line was a top 5 Auburn line since 2000. Yeah, it is. It's like, bro, if you get the O-line right, man, you're gonna be in some games and win some games. And I think Auburn, for whatever reason, is just not been a destination for top O-line. It is for top D linemen. We get some linebackers, man. We've been putting DBs in the league. It's just with the quarterback position, especially the quarterback position, even more than the O-line.
Really, for real.
When is the last time Auburn had a 5-star quarterback?
That panned out. Yeah, because Jerry Johnson was a 5-star.
Was he a 5-star? So I mean, but okay,
Jerry Stidham was a 5-star when he was coming out of high school in Texas.
Was he?
He was.
Yeah. Was Jared Stidham? I mean, Jared Stidham was pretty good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Considering he took a.
But when you say 5, are you saying 5 stars that committed to Auburn?
Yeah, I'm saying out of high school, like
I believe Kyle Frazier was a 5-star. From not mistaken.
I think Kyle Frazier was. Frazier.
But he didn't.
That was a definite miss. You know, was Cody Burns a 5-star?
Cody Burns.
I know he was a 4-star.
He was a 4-star, definitely. Yeah, he was definitely a 4-star.
All right, man. O-line recruiting is evaluation, right, guys? Just missed last 3 head coaches. Yeah, we missed on some too. Like I just named the offensive tackle we had that went down to Florida A&M. So we did miss on some. You know,
and what the Quandro brothers, man, that was horrible to watch.
Horrible, bro.
That man committed to Auburn on national TV and then signed with Alabama later on the day.
The papers to Alabama.
Yeah, man. Alabama, man. I'll never forget that, bro. I'll never forget that. That was a 5-star dude that was gonna be.
Yeah, and he panned out too.
He panned out, exactly.
But when Auburn does have a great offensive lineman, man, we win games. So, and I just think, you know, they're trying to put emphasis on it because they are bringing in good offensive linemen. They're bringing in blue chippers. They're doing it. Yeah. They just need time to develop again.
Yeah, Carter's gonna be good. They just say you gotta get his body right. Other than that, he'll be good.
So, but Nick, I think that's about it, man. We caught up with everybody. Let me see. I just want to run these back because I ran on while Tails was talking. But we run the ball to stay in the game with Georgia and Bama. Peyton Thorne, Georgia, 10 of 19, 82 yards, 1 interception. Bama, 5 of 16. Jesus Christ, for 1 TD. But that showed you how good the running game was. But you got to look at too. But is the running game. But you got to look at too, dude. And someone said it. We are changing guards. We did have Cam Stutz and my man from Western Kentucky, Britton. So those, you know what I'm saying? We changed out the guards and then we moved Dylan Wade inside. So it's been some change.
And
bro,
it was a different OC too.
Yeah, but I'm saying you can't just say, man, okay, it doesn't matter that we changed out Brown in the defensive line and we got another lineman, so it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So talent does matter in the offensive line. You got to look at 3 positions we are just replacing in Gunnar Britton and Stutz on the right hand side, and then we moving the other way. So this is different offensive line. That might be why we're struggling in the offensive line. But Nick, tell them where they can find you, my guy.
Yeah, man, y'all can find us, man. The Water Cooler Talk podcast, man. We put out our shows every Wednesday here on the YouTube, these YouTube streets. So go follow us, man. Type in the search bar the Water Cooler Talk podcast. Or you can search us at youtube.com/@thecoolestpod23 in the search bar. If you like listening to the audio version, find us on whatever podcast platform podcast player you listen to, man. It is Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever, man. Subscribe, like, share, follow the pod, man. Help us grow, man. We're trying to get better, trying to get bigger, trying to get brighter. So, man, we appreciate y'all so much, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us. Thank y'all so much for listening to us.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you. Thank you.
Great show, man. I'm DC Wolf. You can find me at Auburn Addicts, Auburn_Addicts_ with the little line on all platforms, man. You can find me here with Tight Sports Iron Bowl debate during the week.
Yep.
Pray for me, y'all, because I'm gonna have to deal with him on this loss. My God. Yes, bro, it's gonna be a circus.
It'll be funny.
Let's catch these up, Nick, and we're gonna get out of here, man.
All right. Run a Wildcat and run different plays in the run game. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel you on that. Some coaches don't want to change their system. They don't want to coach or put the work in. Well, Ed, that's true too. I disagree. Thornton is doing a really good job right now. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Jay Thornton is doing a good job. It's tough to change something that has been effective for you everywhere you have been. Maybe they've figured it out. Try that next week, and the whole state of Oklahoma would be in the box. Okay. You got to fight the whole state of Oklahoma. Oh, man. Tez knows. Yes, Tez does.
Yeah,
Tez knows. Put it on the shirt, Tez. Underdog, put it on the t-shirt. I think Cam was a 5-star transfer. Cam
Newton.
Yeah, he was a 5-star transfer. JUCO. He came from JUCO.
Water Cooler Talk podcast link is in there. You can link.
Yeah, man. Drake Carter and Drake Carter are not built the same, sir.
Oh, here you go. Tim Tucker.
Tucker. Shout out to Tim, though. Cowboys are losing.
Okay,
man,
why put that in there, man? Golly, man.
Appreciate that, PhD. You have one as well. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Seeing that you came and are concerned and checked on us just for our well-being.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
PhD, y'all got a big one Saturday, though, PhD.
Yeah, y'all do. Game day gonna be there Saturday, so you know the whole world gonna be looking at Tuscaloosa.
Yeah. How the whole world gonna be looking at Tuscaloosa, Nick?
They're like that. They're gonna be like that. TV. Juju is a big miss. I don't know if Juju. I don't know about that. Red Rocket balling though. It's talking about Andy Dalton. Let's not get into that. We're gonna leave that alone right now.
Yeah. Okay. So we gonna get out here, man. We'll see y'all on Wednesday. We'll see y'all on the Water Cooler Talk podcast. We'll see y'all on Saturday after the game and again next week. But have you heard Auburn News Today? And until then, see you, Tim Tucker.
All right, Tim.
And Jonathan your many Parker. Aliases.
Yeah, Jonathan Parker, Plant P, all of your aliases. All right, Tim. We caught on to that. Yeah, you thought we didn't catch on to it, Tim. We caught on to it.
And we appreciate you. Have made the show really interesting.
You do. I ain't gonna lie, you do, Tim.
I don't know how you do it, Tim, but you could run your own channel and do the comments too. You could be on the channel. I don't know how you do it, Tim, but Tim is a genius, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, let's shout out to Tim.
War Eagle, man.